We have a resolution to recognize Lula Bauer, the Executive Director of the Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club, for her induction into the Virginia, D.C. Soccer Hall of Fame. And this was requested by myself. And Lula, if you could come on down to the podium, I am going to hand the gavel to Vice Chair Smith, and I'm going to read the following resolution. Whereas Lula Bauer, Executive Director of the Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club, began her tenure with the club more than 3 decades ago as a recreational soccer coach and equipment manager. And whereas during the past 30 years, Lula Bauer's contributions to soccer in Northern Virginia, in addition to coaching countless players and championship teams, included helping to introduce the small-sided format to league play and paving the way for championing female athletes, coaches, and referees. And whereas Lula Bauer played an instrumental role in establishing Fairfax County's volunteer field monitor program and was the first woman ever to chair the Fairfax County Athletic Council. And whereas Lula Bauer is chairwoman of Women and Girls in Soccer and has served on the Virginia Area Girls Soccer League Board of Directors, is a member of the inaugural 2021 class presented by the Washington Spirit, was named the Virginia Youth Soccer Association and Region 1 Girls Competitive Coach of the Year, and is a winner of the prestigious DC Iconic Women's Award. And whereas in recognition of her passion, knowledge, and tireless dedication, Lula Bauer is a 2024 inductee into the Virginia D.C. Soccer Hall of Fame. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, on behalf of all Fairfax County residents, does hereby congratulate and thank Lula Bauer for her outstanding contributions to athletics in our community.
Second. Seconded by Supervisor Lusk. Any discussion?
Yes. This is in some ways personal for me because Lula and I go a long, long way back. But when I learned about this latest recognition of you, Lula, I said, geez, it is time to make sure the entire Fairfax County community understands how special you are. And a moment ago, I confused Supervisor Smith with Supervisor Gross. And I think it was because if Supervisor Gross was sitting here right now, we would all be reminded in a good 5-minute speech about the value of Title IX. And her spirit is here because she would be preaching what Lula's life has done for making sure that girls and women in particular have athletic opportunities in our community. And so as I read the resolution, you know, there's some things, I don't normally read word for word, but there's some things that need to be read into the record, I think, and sink in for people. Lula was the first woman chair of the Athletic Council in the history of Fairfax County and has served on the Athletic Council for 31 years. For 31 years. She has worked at Lee Mount Vernon Soccer for over 30 years, where she, as this said, initially started as a recreational coach and equipment manager, and now is the executive director and has been for a long time of this organization. She has been the high school girls coach of the year, Virginia State girls coach of the year, regional girls coach of the year. In 2018, she paved the way for all-female coaching education and referee certification courses. In 2019, she orchestrated an all-female international coaching education trip with female coaching education instructors. And I think for all of us in the community, aside from those personal things that she has done under her visionary leadership, the Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club has expanded to include, of course, travel soccer, but also travel basketball, recreational basketball, flag football, and lacrosse, all under Lula's leadership. And to run an organization that is so dedicated to building up our young people for as long as Lula has is rare. It is something that is special to the people, particularly in South County and Lee and Mount Vernon District, but your footprint is everywhere all over this county, and with girls and women in particular. And I know my staff behind me, just to embarrass her for a moment, Franny is here. who was one of the all-time great female soccer players at Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club. And as a child, I played soccer at Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club and can personally attest to how far it's come and how much better the players are today than we were when we were kids. But in all seriousness, Lula, you have just done so much that this latest recognition is just so appropriate. And when I read about it, I thought I knew all the things you did, but I didn't even know half of the things that are in this list. And so on behalf of young people throughout Fairfax County, I want to congratulate you and thank you for your lifetime of service and for all of your staff, supporting coaches, volunteers, community members who are so proud of the work of Lee Mount Vernon. We know that you're the inspiration behind that and have literally changed the lives of so many kids. And for that, we can't say thank you enough, Lula. So congratulations.